What's going on YouTube? It's Jesse coming back to you with another video, and in this video I want to talk specifically about how I would get a client in just one day. You're not going to want to miss this. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about freelancing or becoming a coach. If you'd like to learn my proprietary system that allowed me to get basically 17 separate client calls on my calendar in about 30 days, I have all that intel inside my hybrid freelance machine mentorship program. It teaches you everything A to Z. How to get the clients with cold email bulk campaigns, how to close the client, and then how to fulfill the service for the client, and then ultimately how to invoice, get paid. If that sounds like it interests you, book a free call below. Would love to chat with you. Or if you're a coach and you're struggling to get leads for your coaching business or course selling business, you can also book a call below for the Coaching Superiority Mentorship Program. Also, make sure to join my Facebook groups below as well. Join the communities. So here's what I would do if I was trying to get a client in one day or less. Now, this is not what's going to happen to me, right? This is not realistic. But it's for people that, a lot of people ask me, what's the fastest way to get a client? This is what I would do. If I was brand new and needed money ASAP and wanted to just make it super sloppy, because this is going to be sloppy, this is what I would do. So first of all, I would start with cold email, all right? And the problem with cold email is you need to warm it up. And I teach this in my mentorship program, so you need to do 5 day 1, 10 day 2, and grow it like that. You can use a warm-up tool, but I usually recommend doing it manually. And because of that constraint, you either can wait to get to about 50 to 100 a day, which is what I recommend per one domain you use, or you can buy a bunch of different domains. I'm trying to be as cheap as possible, right? So I would not even use a professional email. I would use my personal account. Now, this is not ideal at all. But at least with my personal account, I know day one, I can send at least 100 cold emails, probably even more. I don't like to risk it. 100's like the max that I want to send per day with brand new emails. But you can get to 700 emails a day with one email account. You can do more than that probably, but I've only ever sent 100 brand new emails to 100 brand new leads per day, which ended up being about 700 with a 7 email sequence. You could do more than 700 on your personal in one day, but remember, it's not ideal because the branding isn't there. It just looks sloppy. But that's what I would do. I would start blasting out tons of cold emails per day until I got a response. I wouldn't be able to have any follow-up because that would negate the purpose of this. It would be day 2, right? We're trying to get them in day 1. So blast out cold emails. I would hop into Facebook and I would start voice memoing potential clients in Facebook groups, or I would just find their personal profile, friend request them, and then send them a voice memo. With Facebook, the max that you want to send per day is 30 friend requests and 30 DMs. That's the max. That's even pretty high too. You don't want to risk your Facebook account. And then the third method is Instagram DMs. I would go on Instagram and I would find potential coaches. I would follow them and then I would either voice message them or DM them. And you're not going to want to do over 100 brand new DMs in one single day. So you'd start out with cold email, bulk email. I would definitely use a bulk email tool. And I would blast out with 4 separate campaigns with 4 separate messages because I don't want to rely on just one cold email. I want to split test the messaging, see which one's converting the best, and go with that campaign, that one email only. And I would probably do, 700 cold emails day 1 because I've already warmed up the email account. Surprisingly, I've never burned a domain sending 700 a day. I have not done that yet. And I'm able to see if I have with a tool given to me by one of the Google reps on exactly how to know if your domain is on a blacklist and also how to get off that blacklist. But that's a side conversation. Cold email, then I would also, in parallel to that, hop on Facebook, start doing voice memos, and then I would also go on Instagram, search for my ideal client, and then DM them. This is if I wanted to be a complete hack, and I was just in a hurry to get money, right? And I think some people watching this video will find value from this and will take massive action and use this to get their very first client. The fourth way, which you probably won't need if you're cold emailing, but you could do this too, if you exceeded the amount of cold emails you want to send with your personal account, if you exceeded the 30 per day for Facebook, the 100 per day for Instagram, you could start cold calling at that point. Cold calling, there's no restrictions on how many calls you can make. But cold call is the most sweaty way to get clients. I don't recommend it, but it does get the job done if you're willing to do enough of them, right? It's always going to get the job done. No one is cold calling for freelance work that I know of. So you're going to stand out in a good way, but also you're going to have to deal with all the rejection that comes with cold calling, which is annoying. It's a big waste of time because, you have to, if you want to make 100 phone calls, that's going to take you a long ass time versus 100 cold emails. It'll take you about, the click of a button. Hope you found massive value in this video. Again, book a free call below if you're trying to get into the HFM program or the Coaching Superiority program. Again, join the free Facebook groups. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my future videos. Peace.